Welcome to another edition of Rockin Comics. I'm Zach.
I'm Amy.
Today we're going to make it quick, down and dirty, because we've got a 40-minute podcast down there for you.
I'm the doodly-doo.
Still funny. Still funny. Kicking things off, I'm torn today because I didn't have a lot of comics to go through this week. I will real quickly say, Fear Itself, the Secret Avengers tie-in, I give it a eh.
An eh?
I love Secret Avengers, but there wasn't enough Secret Avengers in it for me.
Right.
And the story itself, not bad, but it could have been a one-shot that didn't have anything to do with anything.
If it were branded as a one-shot, would you have liked it a lot better?
I probably wouldn't have picked it up.
Wow.
I mean, just from the story-wise,
yeah,
I probably wouldn't have picked it up. I did like the Nazi robots, but other than that...
The Nazi robots and the giant kick-ass Lincoln.
I did like that.
Heck yeah!
But all in all, if I weren't already getting Secret Avengers, this probably wouldn't have been enough for me to pick it up. So, boom. Moving on. We disagree on this comic.
Yeah.
American Vampire gets half my vote for Rockin' Comic of the Week. And you'll find out why. I bought into this story from day one. So I've been at it a lot, way into it longer than you've seen it.
Yep.
I like the war version of the story. I like the different vampires. And I just like it. Plus, there's a preview of another miniseries they got going on with American Vampire at the end that I liked. So I felt like you were getting, for $2.99, you get 2 previews and a full book. So I was happy. American Vampire, yay. Half a vote for Rockin' Comic of the Week. Why? This right here. Super Dinosaur. This is Super Dinosaur number 1. Actually, number 2 came out this week. I didn't pick it up, but I saw number 2 and went, oh, I should get number 1.
Yay!
Tell them
so
about
glad you did.
How cool is Super Dinosaur?
This is such a great book. And it's a fun book.
Yes.
And I think that's why we're both really into it. Because it's fun.
Yes.
It's clever.
Yes.
The dinosaur has this, what do they call it?
I don't know. He's got like this apparatus that he wears, and they're big robot arms. It is a harness.
They say it's a harness.
With big robot arms that he controls with his little bitty Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. So the imagery is awesome. The art is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fun without being juvenile.
Yes.
Which I think is appreciative. I appreciate. Man, it's just so wacky. I mean, it's just wacky. It doesn't take itself seriously. You said earlier, it doesn't take itself seriously.
Yeah. It's not too... Which I hate that when things take themselves too seriously. That's just a pet peeve of mine.
I mean, you've got dinosaurs that came from the Hollow Earth.
Inner Earth
yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know.
And he's got robot arms that are awesome.
And he goes and plays basketball and video games with his giant robot arms. I mean, does it need more explanation?
No.
I think we're good.
No.
On why this is the Rockin' Comic of the Week.
Plus, there are also dinosaur-human hybrids in there.
Yes.
And this is just issue 1. I mean, that should, in most comics, that would be like half a year's worth.
Right.
This is issue 1.
This is the origin special.
And the kid in there is this hyperactive little squirt who's awesome. And I like him. He's just one of those kids. He seems annoying, but likable.
But cool.
Yes. So, Super Dinosaur, number 1, gets Rockin' Comic of the Week.
Yes.
And I have a feeling, possibly, because I'm going to pick up Super Dinosaur number 2, that may be Rockin' Comic next week. Just saying.
We'll find out.
So, let's move on to manga genre of the week.
Manga genre of the week, we have 2.
Not 1, but 2?
2 for one special.
Hey.
The last couple of weeks, we've done shoujo and shonen, which are girl and boy, respectively. This week we have seinen, which is man, or male, I think is actually technically the translation.
Okay.
And josei, which is female. These are going to be your older variety. Mm-hmm. So if shoujo and shonen are like junior and high school levels, this is going to be college and up. Into, adults 30s, maybe in 40s, older. There's no limit on reading comics, in my opinion.
No.
So,
by no means.
So these sort of feel the same as shonen and shoujo, but the themes are darker, more mature. There's not always a happy ending. I mean, there's not always a happy ending necessarily in shoujo or shonen either.
Right.
But generally speaking.
But getting there usually isn't as dark.
Yes. So we're going to go really quick through my list. And we'll start with seinen. FLCL, or Furry Curry. He's not seen it. It was on Cartoon Network 2 or 3 years ago.
I should have seen it. I didn't.
It's funny. I think that one's odd that it's in this genre because to me, it doesn't read as dark or. But maybe I'm being too literal.
Maybe
I'm thinking too heavily on this. Bastard, with an exclamation point.
That I have heard of.
Battle Royale.
Yes.
Ghost in the Shell. Who has
hasn't?
not heard of that?
Exactly.
Yeah. Akira.
You should have heard of that.
I would hope you'd heard of Akira.
At least the anime.
Seriously, you haven't? Go. Stop watching. Get on the Google.
Yes.
Take care of it.
Yes.
It's gonna be okay.
Netflix it. I'm sure it's there.
Berserk and Battle Angel Alita. Couple you hadn't heard of.
Nope.
But they're older. Stuff that's been around a while.
But I think that the two, obviously the two that I've heard of,
right.
the three, Akira, Ghost in the Shell, and Battle
Royale.
Royale.
That should fully encompass
That should
and explain to you.
Yeah, if you don't have a taste of it yet,
yes.
and you've heard of those, then you don't get it.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Right.
Just go watch Akira on Netflix.
Watch Akira. Or God, go watch Ghost in the Shell too.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much excuse for not having watched Ghost in the Shell either.
I've seen Ghost in the Shell.
Yes.
You should too.
See?
This idiot.
So Jose, this is a shorter list.
The ladies.
And actually none of these are one. I've not read any of them.
Yeah.
This is kind of funny to me. Funny to me. Loveless was one of those. All of these are things that I've seen like on the shelves.
Right.
I
think. I don't know if I have or not, or if we just talked about it, but
if you looked at the covers, you might be like, "Oh yeah."
Okay.
Because there's kind of a particular look to them too. Tramps Like Us.
I should buy that just for the title. I probably won't even read it.
Pretty sure it's romance.
I just want to have it. It's on my shelf.
About tramps.
Tramps Like Us.
Not sure if it's gypsies, tramps, and thieves type of tramps.
Doesn't matter to me. It could be that, or it could be hobos or whores. I don't care. I would buy it.
Hobos and whores.
Maybe hobo whores. I don't know. And if it's not, that's my next manga.
Next one.
My manga, hobo whores. Just saying.
Woo!
I'll write it, you draw it. It'll be awesome.
Fantastic. Honey and Clover is the next one. We're going to move on, because I don't even want to know what you were going to say.
No, go ahead.
Honey and Clover. A romance. They're in college. I don't want to hear it. Honey and Clover. They're in college. So that's kind of, it's not necessarily too far away from shoujo, but the subjects of the book are older. So, you're going to have a little bit more of a mature theme when you have older characters, too.
Right.
I would hope so.
Kind of living proof that's not necessarily true. But I will say, when we talked about it in the podcast,
yes.
that one actually, to me, sounds kind of intriguing. You said
yes.
they made an anime out of it, and they made
and
it live action. And it's 3 college guys fall in love with the same girl.
One girl.
So, I gotta say, I might look at that one.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
See, and that's the thing, we try and shove stuff into a genre because it's called female doesn't mean that that's all that's reading it.
Right.
And it doesn't mean that only people of, a certain age are reading any given genre.
Correct.
So...
But of those, I think that one was the most immediately appealing to
one.
me. Interesting to me.
It's
That would be like...
probably the only one that I knew the most information about, so...
Well, maybe that was it. I don't know, but...
Well, I did know a little bit about Loveless.
That's true.
Yes. That one kind of sounds interesting, too.
Okay.
And the description of it makes me interested to how it fits into this category. Because it doesn't exactly sound like...
Your typical. Yeah. And we like not typical.
But that's the thing, you try to lay out your typical, and then you have random stuff that comes in there that doesn't, it doesn't fit in that square peg you've got.
With your round hole.
With your round hole.
This is an awesome day.
Hobos and whores.
I could not be happier right now.
We need to move on.
I don't know why we should. I don't think we can. I don't even know what we would go to next. Like it matters at this point.
We go to the archives next.
Round hole hobo whores. What more do you need? Archives. Digging into some of my comics that I've got, I went upstairs and looked through my stacks and stacks and boxes of comics. I was trying to find something for the archives, and I forgot I had this, and it's one of my favorite books. It's an Elseworlds book. It's called Elseworlds Finest. It's from '98. It's got Batgirl and Supergirl. And if you know anything about Elseworlds, they're exactly that. They're familiar names and faces, completely different twist on it. And Batgirl and Supergirl, I really like it. Batgirl's a badass. Supergirl turns into kind of a badass. So it's a really good story. Go check it out. That's all I'm going to tease you with, because it's awesome. The art's good, the story's good, so go get it. Find it somewhere. I don't know where. Dude, I'd blow your mind, but I'm not going to. Yes, the internet! There you go.
Everything's on the internet.
Yes. And now the wish list.
The wish list, it's something that I've already ordered. It's on its way. Is the Jeff Johns Flash Omnibus.
Yay!
Woohoo! It's like this big.
Let me just say, if it doesn't get here by Tuesday, she's going to be impossible to deal with.
The video is just me throwing crap.
She's going to look like this coming down the hallway. Where's my book?
It's the Flash! Where? Where? Wow. I think we need to end this.
It may have ended earlier. Near the hobo horse.
It's been over for like 5 minutes.
I'm cool with that. That's it for this week. We're just going to get out as soon as we can. I'm Zach.
I'm Amy.
See ya!
Bye!